Would you be interested in just taking everything?
Oh man, if you can do some quick math on the room here, it could be a go.
Yeah, I'll probably just wait and see what it is. I really don't.
About 2,000.
Ooh, yeah, that's a little big difference here.
I feel like this is the buy that this entire year has been leading up to. At one point, I felt my hands physically shaking.
Froggy flips.
So one of the main questions I get over and over again is if I think that making videos and documenting these little adventures I go on negatively impacts the potential for future deals. And the answer is absolutely not. I truly believe that if you treat people fairly and respectfully, if you celebrate your wins tastefully and accept your losses gracefully, if you're willing to take risks and always showing a desire to learn, the more people that see that can only have a positive impact on what I do. And nothing proves that hypothesis more than getting callbacks and repeat business. So hopefully what I have planned for today will be a good example of that theory. I just recently shared a video of a good day at a local flea market. And at that flea market, the best deal of the entire day came from this one fella that sold me like an Optimus Prime and a G1 Devastator and some pretty hard to find muscle figures. And it was just one of those little random situations that got me pretty excited. So fast forward to just a couple days ago, I got a message from that same guy. Someone had sent him the video, which prompted him to reach out to let me know that he actually has a couple more things that I might be interested in. And if I want to come check him out, it could potentially save him a trip hauling more stuff to the flea market. So absolutely, I want to go check out what he's got. So I'm going to bring you along. Hopefully it turns into one of those situations that pays off, and then we'll come back here and check out what I was able to pick up. How's it going, man? How you doing?
Welcome to Newcastle.
Thank you. Let me shut this.
Oh, you're cool. Okay. Whatever. You ever seen this before?
What is this one?
Barbarian Brothers.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Looks awesome.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, I kind of eliminated pretty much all my stuff.
Oh, wow.
This is kind of just a bunch of leftover junk. If there's anything, just look through it and see what you want there, man. And cards are pretty much all junk over there. This right here is empty, but I mean it's got
a nice box though.
Styrofoam. It's got all the plastic inserts, the ties.
I have one of those, but that box is nicer.
Oh yeah, the box is super, it's super awesome.
Do a quick swap out with something like that.
Yeah, you can go look through whatever.
Okay.
It's whatever.
Nice, man.
Yeah, the bubble on that's just yellow. It's got a little bit of dent on the bottom, but
it's not bad though.
Yeah, I mean for what it is, for beginner collectors.
Oh yeah. That's cool though.
I was like the toy guy in Newcastle, you know what I mean?
Oh really?
Then I've quit. I'm like the historian buff now in Newcastle. I'm
nice.
The biggest collector in Newcastle memorabilia. I was going to auctions like in 2000. I mean, when you could pick stuff up cheap. Like,
right.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't nothing.
Oh yeah. It's not like that anymore, is it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, it's cool though.
Crusher.
That's really cool. You got the Krang.
Yeah, he's pretty rough. I mean, missed stickers in the shield there.
That's some cool stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just pretty much. There's some toys I missed. I had the Kraken. I had the Kenner Alien stuff in the box.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I mean, you know what I mean? It just is what it is.
I would love to find the alien.
Yeah, I had everything. It was pretty nice. That's part of the whole thing is I was selling Pokemon cards there for a while. My kids were collecting them, and I ended up buying them too. Once I get into something, I get crazy. And
I feel you.
it's just one thing to another.
Like an old carnival price.
Yeah, them things actually, I mean, I know you probably sell one, them things sell pretty good.
That's really cool.
Yeah, there's a couple different variations I've seen of that one. That box that's right here.
This right here?
Oh yeah, it's actually got the lid and
that's cool.
The box. I've seen the shoes sell everything pretty good, but it was actually pretty good. I've had that forever. That's
really funny. You got the Rainbow Bright and the Strawberry Shortcake.
Yeah, like I said, dude, I collected. I was collecting this. I kind of got bored of it because I had every toy they was. I had a garage that had showcases and display cases. It looked like a toy store, and I mean, it was just plumb full. And I just got bored of it because I had everything it was.
Right.
I mean,
Is that stuff for sale, or was that?
Nah, I mean,
it's collection stuff.
that was my main thing. Was
Okay.
out when I was a kid. I mean, there was a, you know what I mean. These are the masks I would wear for like cool. Halloween and stuff, Misfits. And,
really cool. You got the Fiend up there.
Yeah. I buy stuff and I get tired of it and I'll just get rid of it. It's the way it is. This right here is pretty cool. I mean, I still never found it. This is like really, really thick. I found that it was this actually must have played at a theater in New York.
Well, that is neat.
But it was this place right here. I looked it up, or that opera or Emporium.
Huh.
But it's like twice. I mean, it's bigger than the original like movie poster.
Yeah.
So I mean, honestly, I have no clue what that even would go for.
It's got the lines in it though. That's what you want to see on an old movie poster.
Fill the paper. It's, It's crazy.
That's neat. I'll kind of put some stuff in a stack here.
Yeah, that's cool. It's whatever.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, look what you want.
If you can put a price on it, that'd be awesome. I was only expecting like 2 things, so this is...
Yeah, well, I mean, I started finding, like I said, I had totes and totes of stuff back there. Them right there are
that's
like,
clean.
Oh, they're all real clean. All the weapons are there.
Yeah.
The Mumra is all right. The line, though, his paint's kind of bad, but I'm missing Mumra's long sword, short swords in there.
I think these are hard to find too.
Yeah.
I found some beaters in the past. I never find like actual non-sticky, vibrant ones like this.
Yeah.
That's
clean. That's
clean too.
He's all complete.
Yeah, and those legs even look good.
I think Skeletor might have a hard head. I think one of them got a hard head.
No, soft. Yeah.
You can take care of that. I think this is missing the molding for the missiles. It's got one for the laser beak. He's got the molding for his weapons, but I think I'm missing the molding for his.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Just what they came in and popped them out. I mean, you can take it out if you want to.
Box is nice though. Flap's not too bad.
Decent, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Especially if it's in the case.
And what's this guy from?
The Crusher. Is that what I said? I think that's what it was. Yeah, he's like from, I think, might be the 70s.
Yeah.
Somehow you like blow them up. I mean, it's kind of, you do something.
Kind of looks like a Kraken or something.
Yeah, and you release it. Release the air and you.
Okay.
Actually, I remember. It might have been water. I can't even remember.
I've never seen that one.
It's got a cave for the Crusher.
It's neat though.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
I just like anything horror.
Yeah. Would you be interested in just taking everything? I mean, honestly,
what's your price?
Well, I mean, depends. That over there is my boy. I mean, these right here. So I mean, I don't really. These actually go pretty good. I mean, it's got that right there on there. Now, what would you think on something like that?
I don't even know on that. I mean, I know that Godzilla stuff is good.
Yeah, if you want to look, I mean, you can check it out and look it up. But I know I probably got at least have 150 out of both of those.
Okay.
Them sell for like. I mean, if the box is good, they sell $300-$400.
Right.
Yeah, with the box.
I believe you.
I like trying to do 20 a bag. That's what I was thinking. If you want to price everything together, we can. I mean, I was trying to get because I mean, I like at least try to get 100.
Okay.
Those two each, probably at least 200 on that, and 100 out of the He-Man. I mean, I could do. I don't know about the Crusher. I never even looked him up before. I mean, I'll even give you all the books and stuff. It's up to you. I mean...
Oh, man. If you can do some quick math on the room here, I mean, it could be a go. You could...
Yeah, because I really don't want to... I was just going to take it up there and sell it. I mean, I was like, man, this guy might want all this stuff, actually.
Yeah, I could save the good stuff for Comic-Con, unload the not-so-great stuff pretty quickly, and then...
You think 1,000 would be too much?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds good.
Cool. I like it, man.
Yeah, so I got a tote over there.
Yeah, cool, man. I didn't bring any. I wasn't expecting it. Oh, you got the Godzilla?
Oh, yeah. He's pretty decent shape.
I'm searching for a fist for him.
Yeah, like I said, I think I told you I've had him a couple times.
Yeah.
And he's actually pretty good shape. I think it's got that little bitty slit right there with.
Do you want to sell him, or we're hanging on to him?
Man, I don't know about that for man. My boy, we got a lot of Godzilla and King Kong stuff in here. Actually, I found some squirt guns. The King Kong squirt guns. I was in his room. I was kind of looked them up. They were selling like $100 a piece.
Oh wow!
Just the plastic little head.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I don't know.
I mean, you don't have to. I was just asking.
Like I said, it's.
I'll find a fist eventually.
Yeah, I can't remember where I found mine. I took mine to toys, and they were trying to price it. All a bunch of stuff like $25. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I mean, that one's cool. Then she kind of.
Would you want to do this one separately?
Yeah, I mean that
would be in a box is pretty cool. I could do something with that.
I'll probably do like $30 on it.
Oh, okay, sure.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah, so 1030.
Yeah,
That'll work. I like it enough.
There's some. I don't even know what's even in here. It's been years since I've looked in this.
Ooh, look at that.
Are you in there some?
Yeah, Nasty Nick, man. That one has eluded me.
That's pretty good, except for it's a little bit off center, isn't it?
Oh, they always are.
Yeah. I think I might have some. You can look through those.
Okay.
I think I have some more.
That's cool. Master's one.
That should be in pretty good shape. They're probably.
Yeah, this has a lot of the Masters in it.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably.
Silverhawk, that's cool. That's cool.
That's a pretty good issue. There the gold key is. That's the harder one to find.
There's Battlestar Galactica.
I don't even really remember. It's probably been 6 years since they're probably looking at this thing.
Looks like a lot of number ones, which I mean doesn't always mean anything, but like it's still cool, I think.
I wish that was a Joe. It's not even a G.I. Joe or nothing.
You got a bunch of the Tails, Transformers, Smurfs. Oh, got Star Wars. Man Thing.
Oh yeah,
look at that. That's a real good one.
I forgot about that one in there.
Yeah, that's cool.
They probably some pretty good comics. You dig through them. I'm not first.
Yeah, this is a cool collection.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty. I think that's the first appearance of that number 11.
Mm-hmm.
First appearance of. I can't remember what her name was. It's a different offset. It's the first appearance.
That's cool.
Of something there.
I know there's one of the Micronauts. It's either 7 or 8 that's good.
Yeah.
So it could be that one. I mean, I'd be interested in this box too.
Yeah, like I said, I don't even know what's. I've never. Here's some other.
Oh, cool.
I forgot I had those in there.
Oh, cool. That's a sketch card.
I bought some kids cards off the kid gear. Actually, a Muncie.
Yeah, there's an atom bomb too. Oh, then you got the.
Yeah.
Goldenrod C-3PO.
Yeah. I've had a couple of those here and there, but it's different. Man, I mean, like I said, I haven't even looked in this thing. I mean, the biggest thing is they're in good shape. That's the only thing. Really, the most is that
the House of Secrets.
Yeah, I think I got 2 of those. Yeah, that is a little bit yellow. Got a little bit. I think that's the first issue for that one. I always buy them quirky movie ones.
Oh yeah.
I always just play with those. I had this one. I had it graded. I actually had Amazing Fantasy number 15.
Oh well.
Yeah, and I took it to Anderson. I had it graded. Dude, I sold it before the movie came out. I got $3,500 for it.
Oh wow.
Now that issue is probably like 25,000 for it. It was a 1.5 is what it was. That's the first appearance of Deadpool. New Mutants.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's probably 2 batteries. Yeah, I mean, what would you think on the?
Let's see.
If I kept it hanging, it'd probably have to be the cheapest one in there, probably, because my mom bought me that back when that, you know, what I mean, everybody was wanting that when it first came out, and it was just kind of, that'd probably be the only thing I did keep it. I just, honestly, I mean, I don't even know what those would be. I've never, I know the Swamp Thing used to be worth a little bit,
yeah.
but I don't know what it is now.
It's probably the best one in there, I would say. What about, we're at 1,030, how about 1,600?
Yeah, 1,030. Yeah, man, I'll probably, because like I said, I'll have to look. I mean, I don't really know what the Swamp Thing would go for. This thing's probably, even the Deadpool, I mean, I probably should have sold that when the movie came out, but yeah, I'll probably just wait and see what it is. I really don't.
What about 2,000?
Ooh, yeah, that's a big difference here. Honestly, on the Jordan card, I think I paid like $300 for that.
You can keep the Jordan card.
Yeah, that'd be the nasty neck. That's a pretty good shape right now.
You can keep the Jordan and that comic from your mom, and then we'll still call it 2,000.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
So I'll keep the Jordan.
And then your Superman comic from your mom.
We'll do that.
Only if you're happy.
Yeah, not really, but we'll do it. Might as well get rid of somebody's gonna do something with it. Somebody
That's cool, man.
It.
I appreciate it. I think I brought that much. Let me make sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was expecting 2 things.
Well, I mean, I just kept digging and digging. I mean, I probably.
Oh, no, I like it.
I probably got a lot more stuff in here.
6,
That's
7,
probably about what that Jordan's
8,
worth. Probably what I paid for it.
12, 60, 80, 13, 24, 60, 80, 14, 60, 80, 15. You want to start counting behind me?
You're cool, man.
That should be 15. Hopefully I have 500 more. 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 93, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 350. I owe you 150 more, man.
150.
Is there an ATM around here?
I mean, honestly, there used to be one there at this bank right down here.
Okay.
I mean, we can ride up there together if you want to go get it.
If you don't mind, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we can roll up
Okay.
there and I can show you.
All right, here's what we'll do. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40. There's your 150.
Cool.
Makes it 2,000. 68. And there's an extra 2 just in case that thing grades really well for me later. For the comic, just.
Oh.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you letting me be the one.
Yeah, I appreciate it, buddy, man.
Like I said, just
I'll find more stuff. Like, you know, this time of year, I still talk to people, but
yeah,
it's gonna be hard to find anything right now. But
well, I'm close and always buying. All right, buddy, take care. All right, so we are back in the garage, and that was absolutely crazy. Let me just say, I normally pride myself on being over-prepared for any situation. I honestly thought I was going there to see 2 or 3 things. I figured I had plenty of money, and I was completely underprepared. But it all worked out in the end. I feel like this is the buy that this entire year has been leading up to. At one point, I felt my hands physically shaking, and not because I thought I was going to get rich off this deal. Trust me, there are tons of ways to make more money with a much smaller investment. But there's just something about being the guy that gets to possess a certain type of collectible. It's just exciting. So I got a lot to show you. I'm going to try to make it as quick and painless as possible, but no promises. Here's a lot of the stuff from the initial deal. I've tried to spread it out. I quickly ran out of room. While I was there, I started picking out the things that I was most interested in. He suggested I buy everything because he just wanted it gone. As I looked around, I figured about 90% of it was certainly stuff that I would buy for the right price. So when he said $1,000 for everything, it didn't take much math to realize that that was a deal I should jump on. I'll try to quickly pick out some pieces, tell you what I think I could ask for him, and then I'll throw up a comp here and there just for reference sake. So there are two items that I thought I was going there to buy, and that is the G1 Soundwave in box and the 77 back Darth Vader from Return of the Jedi, mint on card. That's what I thought I was walking into, so obviously I was shocked when I saw the rest of it. This is a pre-rub G1 Soundwave, and it's actually really nice. Box has a little bit of wear. The flap isn't too bad, all things considered. It's actually complete in box. When he said it was missing the molding for the missiles, that was just the little piece of plastic that the accessories crack off of. But all things considered, this thing is so nice and so complete. Should be able to ask around $400 to $500 for just this one piece. And then we have the Darth Vader. Very, very nice card. The bubble is a little yellowed. It's got a couple dents on the bottom, but definitely not bad compared to what you sometimes see out there. I think I should be able to price this somewhere in the $200 to $250 range. And that's only if I can bring myself to sell it. This is my first Darth Vader mint on card. Got a very nice Nintendo action set box. You'd be hard pressed to find one nicer than this. This literally looks like it could be on a store shelf right now. It's got all the styrofoam, all the baggies, all the tie downs, everything. No console or anything, but a very, very beautiful box for display. I think a box like this could bring in $150, maybe more. Got the vintage Krang with the Android body from TMNT. It's missing a few things like the door, and it's got that little piece on top that broke off. Still a very sought after figure. Got the Spencer's Gift Friday the 13th Talking Jason. Very nice box on this one with a good bubble. Probably valued somewhere in the $100 to $150 range. I do love the look of the vintage Rubik stuff. Probably not worth a lot, probably 20 bucks a piece, maybe 25. This thing is super cool. It's the 1979 Mattel Crusher. I can't do it one-handed, but what you do is pull out this plug and twist it, and you can crush this thing into just a ball of nothing. And then when you pull it back out, it instantly reinflates. Very cool piece. I had actually never seen one before, but it looks like it should bring in somewhere between like 50 and 100 bucks. Got the G1 Transformers Rat Back complete, probably 20 to 40 bucks. Got this nice minty Mego Iron Man from the 1970s. He is missing his belt, which oddly enough isn't that pricey of a part when it does pop up. But the outfit, gloves, and boots on this are so nice that I would still think it's probably worth about 80 or so. Got this vintage 2-panel hacky sack, hand sewn. Gotta find the right collector for something like this, but I always think they're super cool. Should be worth somewhere in the $40 to $80 range. I believe this is a Mego Pocket Heroes Hulk, probably 20 to 30 bucks. And then the 1984 Secret Wars Captain America with Shield. I'm guessing somewhere in that same range. I really have no idea on this one. We have a couple nice Thundercats figures. Mumra is not complete, however Lion-O is. Here's his accessories right there. They are pretty clean overall. And then a couple pretty nice Motu figures. We have the He-Man Battle Cat setup, all complete, all accessories. And the Skeletor Panther setup, also complete with accessories. In the grand scheme of the Motu line, these are far from rare figures. However, it can be a challenge to find them this clean. And because of that, when they are this clean and this complete, they can fetch a premium. I would probably ask between 100 and 150 bucks for each set here. So about 150 or so for the He-Man Battle Cat setup, and probably 100 to 130 for Skeletor and Panther. This is a really cool superheroes poster from 1966. It has Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Robin. A nice example like this, I think I should be able to price somewhere between 70 and 80 bucks. And then I think this poster is actually pretty amazing. I had to school myself quite a bit on this just to figure out exactly what it is, because the measurements are a little different from a one sheet. I think this is somewhere around 29.5 by 45 inches. So this was called a half subway poster. These were posters that were hung up in the New York subways. Many times they would highlight a New York movie theater at the bottom. Like this one has Lowe's State and Lowe's Orpheum. It's made of a more rugged material than a one sheet because of where it was displayed. It's really hard to find a value on something like this. I honestly have no clue, but I think it's pretty awesome. The subject matter, I mean, it's King Kong, which is iconic. He's standing on top of the Twin Towers, and this poster was displayed in New York in 1976. So it really makes me think that someone's going to want this poster, but like I said, I have no clue. Very, very neat though. Quickly, we have a few more things spread out over here. We have the giant-sized Jax Godzilla in the box. The box is a little rough, but really not that bad. A nice big eye-catching piece that could be priced between $200 and $300, I think. And then we have the Kong Skull Island King Kong doll, made by Leonard, I believe. New in package. I think somewhere between like $50 and $100 on this one. A bunch more cool stuff that I'll just kind of scan over, like the Rainbow Bright stuff. If anyone remembers Popples, we got a nice little collection of those. Bunch of strawberry shortcake stuff, the little dolls, and the PVC figures, plus a couple vehicles. Don't know a lot about this stuff, but I do think it's cool. I know the little critters can be kind of sought after. We got the vintage Kenner Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, should be a $25 to $30 piece in good condition like this. Then we have some Power Rangers Zords. Power Rangers is definitely not my thing, but I know a lot of people really enjoy Power Ranger stuff. And then this, I believe, is a Tiger Zord. And then there's still a bunch more stuff. A lot of this I might not have picked, but it was all part of the deal, and I'm sure someone will be happy to stumble upon it, like the old Teletubbies. This is the Dirty Talkin' Poe right here. It says some pretty crazy things. We have some Cabbage Patch dolls, which I know nothing about. The old Talking Casper for parts, some Flintstones bottles, etc. Donkey Kong Atari. Oh yeah, inside this little box I found a Megatron instruction booklet. It's like a $35, $40 booklet right there. Just a bunch of cool stuff and a definite no-brainer at $1,000. And then we have the second deal. This was the most exciting part for me. He was on the fence about even selling this stuff. I offered $600. He kind of thought about it but decided against it. I felt the deal starting to slip away. I came back hard at $1,000 and that's what got it done. At the end of the day, I did add another 20% to that just for good measure. So all in, I'm at $1,200 just for this stuff right here, which without researching every piece, without grading every piece, is a lot to spend for a box full of paper and cardboard. But I honestly think this was a great investment and probably my most exciting buy of the entire year. It's really hard for me to talk about value on something like this without having everything graded and priced out. But I will say for a lot of this stuff, I'm going to continue to invest money and time. I'm going to have much of this graded. A lot of it I'll probably hold on to for a while, but I do want to show you some of the stuff that was in the box. We'll start with this little stack of cards here. These are just random Garbage Pail Kids and a couple Wax Packs wrappers. But then we have a really cool one-of-one Garbage Pail Kids flashback sketch card signed by Tom Bunk. This one's not in great shape, but it is cool to finally have a sketch card. We have what is now my second Atom Bomb card, one of the more desirable cards in all of Garbage Pail Kids. Pretty soft corners on it, centering's not very good, but I'm certainly excited to add another one to the collection. We have the hilarious C-3PO Goldenrod card, one of the hardest cards to get from the original Star Wars set. If you know this card, then you know. If you don't, just take a good look at it, and you'll quickly see why it was quickly reprinted and what makes it a pretty desirable collector's item now. And then we have a beautiful Garbage Pail Kids Nasty Nick card, number 1A. This is the card from the original set, from the original 4 heavy hitters, Nasty Nick, Evil Eddie, Atom Bomb, Blasted Billy. This is the card that has always evaded me. I'm so excited to finally have one, and this one is actually very, very nice. Sharp corners, centering is not too bad on this. No writing on the back of it. A very nice example, the original Garbage Pail Kid. Arguably, potentially the best card that you can have from the original series. This I think I will have graded, just because I don't think the centering is too bad. A PSA 7 or 8 locks in a pretty significant value. If you can somehow squeak out a PSA 9, then you really, really have something there. But obviously this won't be leaving me anytime soon. So I picked out a stack of what I think are the most significant or interesting to talk about as far as the comics go. Again, values are really hard to talk about. A lot of these I'm looking at as longer term investments, but let me just flip through some and show you what we got here. We have the entire run of Star Comics Masters of the Universe, numbers 1 through 13. Best thing about this is the condition on every comic is pretty spectacular. It'd probably be cost prohibitive, but it'd be really cool to have the entire set sent off to be cleaned and pressed and graded, because I think they would come back pretty good. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, beautiful, 10, 11, 12, and finally 13. We have this really clean copy of a Gold Key King Kong. Very, very nice, especially for the age. We have Transformers number 1, super, super clean. We have the Toxic Avenger number 1, again, really, really sharp. A really nice copy of Battle of the Planets number 1. Pretty sure that this is pretty scarce in high grades. I'm sure I'll probably have this one pressed and graded. We have Captain America 109, the retelling of the origin of Captain America. A beautiful, beautiful copy of Man-Thing number 1, the second appearance of Howard the Duck. We have Fear number 11 with Man-Thing. Unfortunately, this one isn't in the greatest condition, but still very cool book. A high-grade copy of The Monster of Frankenstein #1. That one is awesome. A newsstand version of The New Mutants #98, the first appearance of Deadpool. Very, very cool comic. In a high grade, this would be quite the comic to have. Unfortunately, it does have that little nick in the corner there, but I'm still very excited to have a copy of it. Not one, but two beautiful newsstand copies of Secret Wars #8. One copy is slightly better than the other. I'm quite sure that I will have both of those pressed and graded. Two first print copies of Star Wars #1. One has this tiny stain in the top. I think Star Wars #1 will always be a collectible book, so I'm willing to put in the effort for these two as well. And then we have the comic that made me spend that much money without doing any solid research whatsoever. It is House of Secrets #92, the first appearance of Swamp Thing. Earlier this year, I found a coverless copy of this. So since that time, it has been on my radar, and I could not believe when I pulled this out of the box. A super high grade of this comic can bring in thousands and thousands of dollars. This one I will most certainly have cleaned and pressed and all that good stuff, but it'll obviously never grade that high. There's too many condition issues with it. I'm guessing probably somewhere in the maybe 3 to 4, which is still a solid investment on a great book. So excited to finally have a complete copy of this. And there's still lots more stuff in here. A lot of the more modern stuff. Scotty Young covers, Thanos, Heathcliff #1, a bunch of the more modern Masters of the Universe issues, Night of the Living Dead, a bunch more He-Man, some more Swamp Thing type titles, Avengers. This is the modern stuff. We have Guardians of the Galaxy #1, Reptosaurus #1, Underdog #1, which is actually pretty cool, a newsstand copy of Star Wars #2, Spider-Woman #1, Marvel Spotlight on Captain Marvel #1, The Real Ghostbusters #1, Marvel Premiere #50 with Alice Cooper, Dead of Night #11, the first appearance of Scarecrow, Godzilla King of Monsters #1, Warlock and the Infinity Watch #1, Supervillain Classics #1 with Galactus, Hawkeye #1, Hawkeye and Mockingbird, Classics Illustrated War of the Worlds, Classics Illustrated Frankenstein, that's really cool. Conan the Destroyer #1, Marvel Universe Deluxe Edition #1, The Infinity Gauntlet #1, Micronauts #7 with Man-Thing, Man-Thing #2, X Factor Annual #1, The Incredible Hulk #12, The New Mutants #1, Summer Special, James Bond for Your Eyes Only, The Thing #1, Alpha Flight #1, Godzilla The Half Century War #1, Saga of the Swamp Thing #1, Swamp Thing Annual #1, a reprint of the Tales from the Crypt #1, Crawl the movie #1, the A-Team #1. To go along with that, Transformers #1, we have #2, #3, Headmasters #4, G.I. Joe and Transformers #1, G.I. Joe and Transformers #2, G.I. Joe and Transformers #3, G.I. Joe and Transformers #4, Further Adventures of Indiana Jones #1, Star Trek #1, Star Trek the Motion Picture #1, Battlestar Galactica #1, a nicer copy than I currently have, King Size Annual Star Wars #1, Star Wars #3, Dark Crystal #1, Dark Crystal #2, Smurfs #1, What If the Punisher Had Killed Spider-Man, Flashback The Incredible Hulk #1, Marvel Tales #137, Marvel Tales #50, Marvel Team Up #38, Spider-Man and the Beast, Silverhawks #1, actually very cool too, a couple superhero catalogs from I think the 70s, The Creeper #1, All-Star Squadron #1, Giant Size Conan #1, The Micronauts The New Voyages #1, The Saga of Christ Star Crystal Warrior #1, and then we do have the original 3-issue miniseries from DC Comics of Masters of the Universe, which came out before the other run. We have all 3 of those. Tales of G.I. Joe #1, G.I. Joe #2, G.I. Joe #25, G.I. Joe #26, and The Last Starfighter #1. The most fun I've ever had spending that much money. That is all I got for you this time. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching the video, but until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Love ya. Bye.